the positive side, though, WWE have just re-signed AJ Styles and Kevin Owens.
That was interesting, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that one.
I didn't think he was going to stay. I thought he was going to go to AEW. I thought he'd go and see his mates.
Yeah, but I have it on very good authority, that one, and it actually leads lovely into the point you made just before, that he's very, very much a family man. And whilst he could have gone elsewhere and maybe been a bit bigger and better or whatever, the money he was offered for the next 5 years sets him and his family up for life. So he's made a smart long-term decision to stay with them. And again, you never know what happens. I mean, he was in the main event of the pay-per-view and then the next night on Raw in the main event, and he's in the world title picture. So it's not exactly been...
Well, let's use the Mick Foley, Mankind angle. Would we have ever said when Mankind first come in that he was going to be the WWE champion? No. But enough people dropped off. Yeah. Enough people got injured. Enough people made a hole, and he slipped in WWE champion. And look at the run he had after that.
Yeah. Well,
so I mean, that's all it takes from Kevin Owens' point of view is to lose 3 of the main guys due to injury or something like that, and he's right in there. Yeah,
because he's up there now. That's
right.
So I think he's made an incredibly smart decision for long-term security and financial security, and
I think AJ as well.
Well, yeah, he's probably the same as well. I mean, look, AJ's got nothing left to prove anywhere.
No.
So again, if he can set his life up and his family and everything up, and he's okay there, and he's obviously respected there, sometimes better the devil, you know.
That's right. And like I said, I mean, they just got rid of 150 employees, so it's not a Shark Tank at the moment.
No.
I mean, AEW's got something like 150 on the roster.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of fish to fight in there to get an opportunity. So
well, you know, they made an $8 million loss for the year just finished.
Yeah.
$8 million loss.
Yeah,
I know $8 million to them is not a lot, you know, to the family the Khans over there, but $8 million loss.
Yeah.
You know, you just sort of think about that for a couple of seconds.
Oh yeah, well that's
what we could do in Australia if someone gave us $8 million and said start running shows.
That's right. Well, with an $8 million loss, for argument's sake, we're talking about. Yeah, you name one wrestling promotion other than WWE.
Yeah.
Right. In the past 20 years, it's made a profit.
Well, yeah. I mean, none of us are in this. Well,
no.
I was going to say none of us are in it to make money. I mean, you are, but you know.
TNA, they made losses. ROH made losses and was brought out, I think, at least once by the Sinclair organ, and they made enough losses now to be sold off again.
Yeah.
It's a tough old business.
Yeah, it's a tough old business. Alliance, I mean, they're not doing anything.
Well, all their guys are basically, I don't think they're on full contracts. I think they're on a working agreement and they can work the indies as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, like James Storm and that would be on Nick Aldis and Trevor Murdoch and all those guys would be on a contract that would say, well, you can't drop the belt here or do this or do that. But I think that they've got working rights in other places. And Trevor Murdoch come back. He'd left wrestling. They brought him back.
Yeah.
He retired. So they brought him back and now he's the champ. So I think it's different, but I think that to run a full promotion like that, try and compete with WWE, right, in staging and everything else, you're going to make a loss.
But do you really need to compete at that level with the production and the staging? At the end of the day,
I don't think so, no.
The match in the ring and the storytelling and the people you got, I mean, sure, you want a nice big stage when they come out and the fireworks and lights and blah, blah, blah. But do people really go to see that, or do you just go to see, Hulk Hogan versus Andre, the match?
Well, that's right. Well, it used to be that way.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at now WrestleMania, let's use WrestleMania for example. Yeah. When we watched WrestleMania as a kid, right, it was about the main event match.
Yeah.
So whether it was Hogan the Warrior, Hogan Andre, Hogan Bundy.
Yeah.
You know, the tag team of Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. Right, whatever match you go, it was about the match, not about WrestleMania.
Yes.
It was a show, but now it's all about WrestleMania.
It's not a showbiz thing, yeah.
Yeah, so the change has not so much emphasis now on the talent and the match, but the show itself.
Spectacular.
Yeah, spectacular. And now they're trying to make every show spectacular. So what do they have to do with WrestleMania to make it bigger than everybody else? You put them in these monster arenas. They give seats away for free. They have seat fillers. This is a fact. WWE has seat fillers. They have people standing there. Somebody goes to the toilet. They told them to go down and sit in that seat while they're going to the toilet, like the Oscars.
Wow.
It's become crazy.
Well, there was a show in Madison Square Garden, a house show just before Christmas.
Yeah.
There was hardly anyone there. I think there was about 3,000 or something.
So, that's shocking, really, isn't it?
For WWE house show, like a Madison Square Garden.
That's
you think of Bruno Sammartino sold it out how many consecutive bloody months?
That's right.
You
think of every major thing before, well, even the first WrestleMania, every major thing that WWF or WWF did was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, absolutely. That was their mecca.
That's right. For them to only draw 3,000, that's a problem with the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where you lose $8 million because people are not going to shows.
Well, AEW lost the $8 million, yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, but that's why.
Yeah. But they don't have to compete on the scale.
No.
Look, they've got enough talent that they're brought in that they could absolutely cream WWE if you just went matches on matches and talent on talent.
Yep.
Yeah, they've got Punk there, they've got Bryan Danielson there, they've got, although he's a bit older now and maybe, but the likes of Jericho. They've got it. Well, look, they've really got it.
They've got the young guys too. They've got Darby Allin. They've got that MJF, which is amazing. His skills on the mic is right up there with Roddy Piper. But I think they don't need 150 people. If they cut down to 50, they'd have to probably save a couple of $1 million a year there in wages.
More.
So you'd have to say that, that's where they're losing money there, through 150 guys on the roster. I mean, well done for Tony Khan giving a leg up to the wrestlers in the wrestling industry. Thank you.
Could you imagine if we had 150 on our roster?
You couldn't do it.
You can't do it. You can't use them.
Can't use them.
50 tops. Promotion. Each one's a 10-man tag.
That's right. 50 people maximum. That's all you need. Maximum. That's your entire roster. That's guys, girls, and referees.
Yeah. Quality over quantity.
Yeah, that's right. You don't need that many. And like I said, if somebody's not fresh anymore, you feed him out. You bring somebody in that's fresh. That was where the territory systems were great. Where if you lost, you just go to another territory.
Yeah.
So but that's
there, and you started, and off you went, and
that's right. If you're any good, you hung around to that territory for a while, lose a Lee's Town match, and move on. So